right, good morning, everyone. Apologies up front if you hear me sniffle. It's Indianapolis in late summer. Coming August will be here soon, and that means my allergies are starting to bloom. So apologies up front, especially although cough. Your MIBOR Minute. Let's get my timer on. Market is doing strong. Section 1, 293. Section 2, 1141. Inside the loop, 1418. Everything's going up. Section 1 going up is wonderful. It's been beaten up quite a bit. The 40-mile radius, I did the figure, 40-mile radius is about 85-90% of the actual MIBOR listing range. So this is a pretty good number. It's a lot more. I think it's around 7,000 something or other. We used to be way under 5,000. They're not happy. They feel a little better if we're near 8,000, and they'll feel a lot more confident of having a healthy market to withstand changes if you're like around 13,000. So we've been hit hard. If you're looking for a job in real estate, I don't know if Indianapolis is the best place because there's not a lot of houses left. There we go. All right. Hey, look, there's your minute. The other thing I was thinking about why this thing has a huge jump. This was a phenomenon that happened 2 weeks ago. Bum, 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 over here. We had this huge dip after the 6 month of all the pendings expiring, contracts expiring, and you adding in sales. Just a huge phenomenal drop. But after about 2 weeks of any type of sale, you go through an offer, counter offer, which has a chance of everything falling apart, which is okay. The inspection response for the, I'm trying to think of the best way to tell you. You've never been through buying a house, or buying property, I should say, or real estate. It takes, if it's going to fall apart safely where nobody gets mad and nobody loses any real amount of money, you want it to happen within the first couple of weeks because that's usually inspection. After that, things start getting serious. So I'm wondering if a lot of this jump is the addition of all those other property deals just not quite getting through. So curious. I'm going to keep watching that. Well over my minute. Apologies. This may not be the best day to do it, but I'm still going to try. A friend of mine back in the days when I was dancing, luck is Las Vegas. Everything else is work. So is luck opportunity meets preparation? No. Luck is Las Vegas. If it's not luck, work. And that brings me to today's word of the day. Fear. What a weird word, huh? What a word. Why am I not telling you how to be happy? Well, I'm going to. Once you understand something, you fear it less, and we fear lots of things. So let's cover fear. A distressing emotion aroused by impending danger, evil, pain, whether the threat is real or imagined, or basically the feeling or condition of being afraid. Think about this. Imagine. We know fear. We know what it does. We can get sick. You can kill yourself with fear. You can wear your body out. It's not healthy to be afraid all the time, is it? But think about that. Imagine. You can actually imagine something and make it real. You can actually affect your body just because you imagined it was something to be afraid of. Think about that. You are doing that to yourself. This has nothing to do with motivation. This has nothing to do with goals. This has nothing to do with what I call motivational drivel. If you're getting into the world of sales, motivation is needed. I am not going to lie about that. You need it. You have to. But I'm talking about commission-based sales, not, oh, I work at a store, I'm in sales. No, you're not. You're getting paid an hourly wage. Shut up. That's not sales. If you get an hourly wage, that's not sales. Is not, sorry. Try commission-based sales. You don't produce, you don't get paid. Oh, what about your ballroom dancing? Well, guess what? I only got paid if I taught a lesson, which means I had to sell the lesson and then teach the lesson. So I actually had to work twice before I actually started getting paid. I didn't get just paid because they paid money. No, I'll get a very small commission on that, but most of my money comes in teaching those lessons. That's where my money is. And that means I had to take all that commission that you guys would get in one check and spread it out over a year and try to have as many clients as possible so I can have little bits and pieces every single day adding up. And that's also why I taught 50, 55 lessons a week. Fear. 1, list your fears. Go through that list and go, oh yeah, well, yeah, I'm afraid of falling. Well, who isn't? So, I mean, that's the standard fear, but that doesn't mean you should be afraid to climb a ladder. I have vertigo. That's not fear. That's an actual honest thing. So it's not wise for me to be climbing on top of a roof because the world tends to go sideways. Not a smart thing for me. I'll do it. List your fears. If it's not on the list, be excited. Failure is learning. We just learned that a little while ago, the other day. If you've been following along with these little daily sessions, failure is learning. If you missed it, go back. Pardon that. Sorry for the allergies. Fear of failure means you're afraid of learning. This is just basic math, substitution principle. If failure is learning, if you can see failure is learning, and you're afraid of failure, you're afraid of learning. How absolutely moronic is that? But guess what? Are you on that list? Are you afraid of the unknown? And the unknown is it has a chance for you to learn? Of course you're going to be excited. That's anxiety. It's not fear. It's anxiety. It's the unknown. It's the imagined. Well, instead of imagining it's going to be failure and scare you and hurt you, why don't you imagine it'll be successful and you're going to have a great life? Why not imagine that? If the imagination can create pain and fear, can't imagination create positive and strength? Can't it? Now we're going to cover a big fear. I have been spouting on about Blender forever, and I am just going to, if you're a homeschooler and you don't even try to figure out Blender, it's going to take about a year for you to really figure it out, but let the kids figure it out with tutorials. Believe me, they'll dive right into it. And you're going to have computer graphic designers, because let me look at the world. That's the next people are going to need. People are going to need other people who understand how to create things digitally. And I'm talking sculptures and CG and green screen. They're going to need it. So why not? It's open source. It's free. Why argue? So here's Blender, and I'm going to show you something really scary. Oh, I don't know what all this is. Oh, this is scary. Well, don't panic. While we talk about fear a little bit, I'm going to show you how easy this is going to be without really knowing what's going on. And believe me, there's so many tutorials. Just go YouTube. I always type in Blender tutorial, YouTube, and then I enter what I'm looking for. And sure enough, you'll come up with, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 some odd tutorials. And sometimes they're about 15, 20 minutes, so they're pretty short. Let's cover how to make a very simple game. We're going to tell this cube, when I hit a keyboard key, we're going to make it move. And that's it. We're not going to turn or anything like that. I don't have a whole lot of time for that. And as you'll see, if you've been following along with Blender, this kind of looks like when you're doing shaders. Oh, I'm going to add a green color. Oh, I'm going to add this. Well, that's all you're doing. Pardon me as I do all this. Yeah, let's just go ahead and add all these and get them out of the way. Sorry for all this, but sometimes I got my glasses on and kind of gives me I have to really look before I do things. I'm not used to my glasses yet. They're more reading glasses, but I definitely need them. I'm getting to that stage. All right, here we go. Now, if I hit the W key, let's give me a little bit of room there. Yeah, so I hit the W key. I want it to go up, so that'd be Y. Let's go positive 0.1, and Let's check out, let's make it go WS. Let's make S go negative Y. So I'll just go the opposite. And let's make the D, X is going that way, so that positive X will be going that way. So we'll go X with just 1. And D, oops, helps if I, or A, alright. So I guess that should be, did I have this D? Yeah, good. And for those of you done gaming, those of you game, you recognize the WSAD. Oh yeah, well, let's check this out. Forward, back, left, right. Wow, how easy, how hard was that, people, huh? How hard was that? It didn't take me any time at all. And there we go. We have a controllable cube in Blender, and it only took me a couple of minutes. And you literally could do that, and that's all you would need to do. Click, load, and then, I don't know, you got timers. There's so much that goes on in this. I don't have time to cover it. I'm still trying to learn it myself. And then if you really know what you're doing, oh, good heavens. I don't know what I just loaded up. It's just a text. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I loaded up something that looked like it. Yeah, who cares? Even Python scripting, you can actually write the code here and take it over. So this is just a little drag and drop block, so you can actually quickly joystick, keyboard. Oh, you hit a thing and you don't put a message out. And oh, you open the door, whatever, maybe you use the mouse for the clicking. If something's too close, you can actually tell what to do. If how close does it get to something? I mean, it's powerful. And then what do you have it do? Oh my goodness, action, camera, constraint, jump around, jump to another scene. Oh, you finished your quest, jump to the next scene, and then you play the sound as it does it. So yes, there's a lot of stuff you do because it's open source. It doesn't know how to do anything. You have to tell it how to do everything. And if you're used to computer programming, it will only do what it's told. So if your program doesn't work, it is your fault, okay? So don't candy coat it. If the program doesn't work, yeah, chances are it's your fault because it will only do what it's told. That's over 12 minutes. I'm sorry again. I hope that some of you, if just one of you does this, where you list your fears and you understand if failure is learning, and if you're afraid of failure, you're afraid of learning. And if you can honestly say that, and honestly say that without going, I'm afraid of learning? If you can honestly say that you are honestly afraid of learning, start there. I guess, if you always wanted to have an excuse to go get therapy, I guess that's okay, but you can honestly say you're afraid of learning? Really? And I really doubt that's true. So since you're not afraid of learning, you're not afraid of failure, you're afraid of something else. The fear is real because you haven't made it excited. You're afraid of the unknown, which means you're afraid of failure, which means you're afraid to learn. We get it. There are some true fears. Make sure you know what those are so you don't do them. But if it's just learning, stop being afraid. I hope that helps. I am not a motivational speaker. I'm not an inspirational speaker. I'm trying to learn this whole public speaking and tutorial thing, so I'm happy that you're putting up with me. But I'm a trainer. I'm an instructor. My job is to fix. And if you can't admit you have a problem, that's problem number one. If you don't have a problem, you're perfect. And if you've if you honestly think that's the case, then I want you to post. I want you to post how perfect you are, because I really want to see who you are. And then I don't think I'm going to have anybody post, so I'm probably safe. Have a great day. It's Saturday, July 14th. If you're in Indiana, it's going to be a hot one. I have an open house tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. I hope to see everybody there if you're in the area looking for a house. If not, I will talk to you tomorrow as we approach day 127. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay cool.